first step is to know what a down up, catch pull, push pull, catch drop is. So work on that a little bit, just being able to play a good down up, 1 E into 2 E into 1 E into, you know, totally different sound. So it gives you two different colors. 216, 108, which is fast. Let's try it a little faster and make some of you guys into believers. Hi, Martin Bradfield here, Top Down Drumming, with an idea using the Möller method, drop, catch, down, up technique for playing single strokes. It's an interesting way to play a single stroke. It gives it a more legato sound than a staccato 1-for-1 hand ratio. With a down up, you get more of a legato, kind of looser feeling. And the first step is to know what a down up, catch pull, push pull, catch drop is. In the right hand, you're kind of opening up the fingers and then pulling the fingers back up. When you play it faster, even that sounds very different than going. One ratio, 2-for-1 ratio. If you watch my wrist compared to. Also notice the sound changes. This is more of a high-pitched staccato sound, more of a lower-pitched legato sound. So work on that a little bit, just being able to play a good down-up. That's useful for a lot of things, like one-hand cymbal stuff. And the reason we offer this technique, it gives you an alternative to playing just hand-to-hand singles with a 1-for-1 ratio. So there's a musical reason behind this. It's not simply to develop speed. It has a different feeling. It's a little looser feeling. It's also a little easier to play, which playing something easier I think can help you think about something else when you're playing, like using more brain cells for something else rather than focusing totally on the physical. For the left hand, the down up, it's traditional grip. You're kind of pushing it down and then the first finger kind of snaps back. Like 1 E into 2 E into 1 E into. You're playing eighth notes on the count of and the offbeats, the right finger, the first finger is pushing in. And you can really work that up too. That's one of Buddy Rich's tricks. Wetting my sticks here. I found actually that sticks that have a tackier feeling for me are better, and are better for the Möller method in general. That's why I like regal tip sticks or any stick that has a lacquer finish on it. It tends to be a little tackier. People assume that a stick that's all perfectly sanded will be more or less slippery than a stick that looks shiny, but it's actually the opposite. A stick that has a little bit of polyurethane on it is a little tackier. So that's why I like to kind of wet my hands too. That kind of activates the tackiness. So rather than dry my hands sometimes before I play, I'll actually wet my hands. So to play this in a single stroke way, if you play hand to hand typically, 1 E into 2 E into. That's a 1-for-1 ratio. With this technique, each hand is playing it down up. They kind of interweave like a gear. Compare the sound difference. It's actually harder to play that slow. Regular. You can see and hear the difference. Maybe while you're watching this, isolate on one hand, let's say the right hand. You see it going down and up. Same with the left hand. Just that alone right there, it's very easy to do that with a 1-for-1. It's not all that easy really, and it has a very different sound. You know, totally different sound. So it gives you two different colors. And you can get pretty fast this way, and it's fairly easy. So let's just mess around a little bit and just kind of watch what's going on. I might do some regular ones and do some down ups and see if you can hear the difference. Regular. Down up. Down up. When you get it up to speed, like something like that, you could play that with a 1-for-1 ratio. That's fairly hard. This is very easy. Because you're using the bounce. I've also found it's better for if you're going to play quieter, let's say in a quieter situation, it's easier to play more notes faster, if you will, with the down up than it is that way. I know the trend is to play every note loud and hard, arena rock, Coliseum sort of style, and everything's loud and aggressive. But there are times when you want to play softly, and to play softly and fast is difficult. To play that same way with a single stroke approach, it's harder. See a difference. Now I'm just kind of jamming. It's also cool when you play it over triplets because it'll have a little bit of a polyrhythmic sort of feel because each hand is playing 2s and the note flow is 3s. You know. It's a little more jamming. Right there, to play that singles, ooh, that's hard, that's easy. So let's get some tempo here and I'll mess around a little bit. Here's quarter notes at 100. I'll be playing 30-second notes down here. So it's like playing 16th notes at 200, that's kind of the cutoff line for, you know, pretty fast playing. That's all down up. All 30 seconds. Here it is without the down up. That sounds very different then. Obvious difference. And the down up is much easier. No triplets. Like right there, that's a measure or so of 30 seconds. To play that with single strokes, difficult. A little extra idea here. A lot of jazz guys will hold the left stick like this. That's another easy way of playing that kind of stuff. But this, very easy. Let's crank up a little bit. That was 200. 100 half notes, 200 quarter notes. Here's a 216, 108, which is fast. I could even do that with a 1-for-1 ratio. That was hard. I'm dying at the end. Down, up, easier. Like right there is a fairly long series of single strokes. I don't think I could do that hand to hand for very long if you played a 1-for-1 ratio. Like I could do that indefinitely with that technique. Let's try it a little faster, make some of you guys into believers. This is 112, so it'd be 224 16th notes. Okay, here's 116, that'd be 232 quarter notes. It's playing 16ths at 232, which is fast by anybody's standard. With the down up, fairly easy. I can play really quiet if I want. And I could not play that playing a 1-for-1 ratio. go one more notch. So this is a 120. So this is quarter notes at 240. To play 30 seconds at that tempo is difficult. At that tempo, I probably wouldn't play hand-to-hand single strokes. I would probably play double strokes, which is hard enough. But with the down up, it can be done fairly easily. Okay, so that's a good exposition, I think, of the down-up technique. I think you can see that it does have some benefit, some value. I think it's easier to play as fast with a legato feeling quieter this way, and the fact that it's easier really speaks to me. Okay, it's Martin Bradfield, Top Down Drumming. If you like what you've seen, press like or subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We have a whole website, topdowndrumming.com, with, as of last count, close to 300 videos. A lot of interesting stuff.